everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of Lego Battlebots live show. And well, I really don't have much to say other than we got a ton of robot showcases and a ton of fights. And well, it's our main event that's going to be our last fight. Maybe a robot showcase after that. It's of course Hypershock and Captain Shredderator. Okay, Shredderator, please don't. Just please don't. Well, we're going to get into several robot showcases, but first let's do our first fight with Defender and Tornado. Here's a little background on these bots. So Defender, well, those of you who have watched since the beginning of Lego Battlebots on my channel have maybe, just maybe, seen Defender. Defender hasn't been on the channel in over a year, and well, there's going to be another robot returning it's right here. It's Death Terror that hasn't been on the channel since May 7th last year. So Defender lost to Rotator. He really couldn't lift anything, but here he can lift a ton of stuff. He's 10,000 times more accurate, and he's gonna take on a bot who has beaten a fidget spinner, but currently has a robot record of 0-0. It's Tornado, and trust me, this little guy's maybe a EF1. He really can't do much damage. I would rate him a 0, but he does have one win, and he's extremely durable. So he's like the really good home that's able to stand up to even the strongest tornado. So yeah, how about we get on with it before we showcase every robot in the wazoo. Here we go. And he's out. That's some rotation we didn't. Well, probably we did need. So Defender moves to 1-1 in its overall career and 1-0 with this new design. Overall, that's a really good performance. I don't think he can suplex himself out, but let's see. No, I'll just push him out. All right. Up next, it's a big robot showcase. So we have a rebuilt Claw Viper, Black Dragon with a new weapon, plus several more. First up is the rebuilt Claw Viper. Claw Viper has not been seen since he got torn apart by Inverse in Season 4, Episode 3. He now features a much more accurate design and basically the same lifting mechanism. It's got that little piece right there that allows the grappler to go up with the lifter. That way, so they're more synchronized and can get for a better lift. So, and yeah, he's going to be seen later today. Now we have Dietor. This is a flipper bot that it's missing something here, but I don't really have the time right now to take and get something. So we'll just find it like it is, and hopefully it goes well. But it has a pretty powerful flipper. Oh God, I leaked information. And yeah, I think he's going to be performing later today too. Up next is Black Dragon. Black Dragon has new discs. Now, here's how I've done this. Here's how I made the weapon like it is. Let's see if I can get it towards there we go. And if you ever seen how I've built Tombstone's weapon, well, here's Ghost Raptor. See that little piece in the middle? That's combined with one of them disc-looking things with studs on the top. That way, so Black Dragon can have almost 3 studs worth of space, and these can spin comfortably as well. It was kind of a challenge, but Well, it's better than having to upgrade it one more stud. I swear one day I did, and I regretted it because, excuse me, while it had more weapon power, it basically just didn't fit with itself because Black Dragon's just been this for so long. Well, radioactive or toxin, whatever you've changed your channel to now, I'm really glad that you learned something there. And oh my God, yeah, that's the new Orby blade for you, making its entrance. Okay, here's that wheel. The new Orby blade is pretty good robot, but well, it's got about the same durability as before, but it has a lower wedge and about the same power in the weapon. And this metal section just comes apart so easily. But here's kind of how I put it together. And you got those little studs right there. Put onto one of these 2x4 pieces that actually look like some of the base for a blade. And yeah, there we go. And that's Orby blade for you. Now how about Blip? Oh yeah, this bot who hasn't been seen since it fought Fusion in a fight night before season 4 is back, baby. It features a pretty powerful flipper, much more accuracy. God, it really compels me to write a book called 50 Shades of Blue, the story of Blip, because there's at least 4 different shades of blue on it. So here it is flipping Dantalia, and yeah, that's a good flip. So Blip has a pretty powerful flipper, and I'm gonna go ahead and leak some information, and I'm confident about this. Blip is going to take on Ribot in the first episode of season 6. All right, so now here's Tantrum. What's different in him is that he doesn't have the little wedge things on here. Instead, he tries to hold box and then release the spinner. I've got a bunch of little wedge parts, and then I've got an actual wedge for him. These little wedge parts here actually allow me to make about 20 million different configurations for him. So, yeah, well, I guess whatever happens will be with this bot. I don't know. I don't make the rules when it comes to physics. I honestly don't know who did it. This is Oversaw now. Has a pretty powerful saw blade. It don't do too much, but when it does, it can really rip off a lot of armor. Up next is a redesigned Deep Six. This is he's a much weaker bot right now. That's because I don't know where all the brown pieces in his previous bar went, but I was able to make this for now. He's more accurate. He seems more durable, and unlike last season, he's not going to deflect himself clean out. And he's going to take on Lucky in the first episode of season 6. And here is Death Terror. Death Terror is a bot that hasn't been seen on the channel since May 7th of last year. It features a really powerful hammer, and it lost a stinger. So, yeah. But he's still in really good condition, and he's really ready to take on somebody. I don't know why I put him in. Up next is, well, I don't know why I haven't put him in. Up next is Bloodlust. So Bloodlust features an incredibly powerful weapon here. And here's him, for example, with Oversaw. While he has an incredibly powerful weapon, he doesn't have the most durable frame, and he is self-destructive. Up next is, that was on purpose. Up next is the useless flipper. Has a pretty decent flipper. He's gonna be fighting later tonight, and yeah, he's not completely useless though. So I don't know who named him, but they really need to get their bearings straight. Let me see if this is the last one. Oh no, this definitely ain't the last one. If I can just find the stud that holds this one's weapon to where it can spin, then I'll show you the next one. And well, the heck with it. I'll just show it to you like it is. Here, I'll just kind of. Oh, here it is. Here's the stud. Okay. This is an unnamed robot with a little spinning disc, and yeah, I'd like to be able to. I just need a suggestion for it for the name. I don't quite know what to name it, and oh my God, its plow just fell off when I tried to bring it in. Its rear plow. So yeah, this you can tell this bot sucks. I don't know if I'll fight him in the live show because, well, the live show is kind of a proving ground, but I don't know if this might be where he gets in. Up next is refrigerant. Oh yes, the classic Sub-Zero reverse. Just be aware that he may throw a tornado into the camera. That's the power in his flipper for you. He's going to be in season 6, and he can throw bots other than Deep Six. He can turn them into a bunch of Deep Six. If you get the pun. So let's see if he can throw himself out. Oh, there we go. In an unexpected way, but still, it's a well. I guess it's up to you guys to rate it. Well, we got one more bot, as I know of. Oh, 2 more bots. I'm sorry. Up next is Unlucky. He's a 4-bar lifter, and yeah, he's kind of lucky though. So he's like the namesake that literally goes straight against the name. So yeah, I think he's going to be fighting later tonight. Let me check my little paper here. Yeah, he's going to be. Yeah, he will be fighting. So, and up next is the new Lockjaw. Now, this is a bot that I will probably switch between the new one and the old one. This one has much lower forks, new plow. Its spinner can run both ways up, and its forks are about the same ground game as the old one if it's inverted. Overall, it's kind of a better bot, but for durability, I would use the older one. That's just some advice I'm going to give myself. All right, so who's ready to get on with the fights? Now we have Bloodlust. God, I've been coughing a lot the past few days. But Bloodlust versus the useless flipper. So what's your prediction? What in the world? Bloodlust literally has caused a double KO. But Bloodlust will be the winner because the useless flipper was kind of useless in that fight. Yeah, that's like a accidental living up to his name moment. And I guess it's an only in Indiana moment. All right, next we have Mojo taking on the Activist. So Mojo is like the biggest meme bot you can ever think of. So, I mean, just look at it. It just loves to scatter across everywhere. And yeah, that's exactly what it thinks of as, yeah, I'm having an adventure. And here's the Activist. The Activist totally destroyed Launchpad in its first match. I think this was back in episode 1 of the live show, back when I first kicked it off. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to the fight. Well, that was a no-brainer. I mean, who literally would have faith in Mojo? But yeah, the Activist takes a second win, and overall, he's a really good bot. And he has a little bit of durability issues, but he's overall an incredible bot. So yeah, how about now we fight Deep Six? And Deep Six is going to take on Overhead. And that is going to be it. Deep Six takes the victory. After going 1-3 in season 5, he really needs a victory. And the sad part is he could have easily won both of those matches. And yeah, he very easily could have went 3-1 and probably made it at least to the quarterfinals if he just, oh well, all I can say is he basically overpowered himself. His weapon was too powerful for his own good. So next is Sergeant Payne versus Dietor. I'll be right back because I think I know where the part on Dietor is. I did not find it. So, yeah, it wasn't where I thought it was. All right. I've always wondered why Sergeant Payne can't perform like that when he needs to the most. And yeah, I just wish he really would. So next, let's see, is Quetzalcoatl from, yes, the Battlebots creation, taking on Catastrophic Idea. I feel like Catastrophic Idea for some reason didn't even want to come here, but yeah, he agreed. He agreed to the match somehow, and I'm glad of that. Yeet! That's a big yeet, and Quetzalcoatl takes the victory. That's a really good. It's a really good victory, and overall, that's another win in the live show. So, just be really happy for that, and oh yeah, I just. Oh, and you want to know who's next? Do you really want to know who's next? It's Unlucky taking on, well, I really want to say, well, I don't quite know where Swift went though, so Swift has disappeared from me right like an hour ago, so I couldn't find him. But the good thing is I can replace him with Bombshell 2016 because I always have him on hand. I don't know why, but I always have him on hand. So yeah, Swift, I swear I think he's probably still on the gas after throwing himself out against Quetzalcoatl. So I'll just let him roam off to wherever he is. Well, I'll tell you, let's hope these two bots ain't on the gas, because the way Swift's going, he'll win the Daytona 500. No questions asked. Oh yes, the classic, not durable bot. Look at this. Bombshell literally lost the wheel as Unlucky lifted him out. Now, I mean, I think Bombshell's pretty cool, but you got to be more durable than that. I mean, come on. Oh, I think I have another robot to showcase. Let me go get him. So, you may be wondering exactly how long has it been since season 2? Well, I think it's been probably around a year. And here's Orange Widow, a bot that was in season, a bot that took part in some exhibition matches. And here he is. He's totally revamped, probably ready for season 6. He's got a new. He's able to solve right now, and he's really, he's come a long way, definitely. All right, let's get to our next match. That will be between the Clown and, well, and the debate between where pizza was invented. It's Ripperoni. Well, people often debate whether pizza was invented here in America or whether it was invented in Italy, or I can bring to the debate if it was invented by a bot thing red and yellow, just ripping bots apart like crazy. Yeah, he's been doing it since season 4, and while luck has gotten in his way, he's hopefully gonna win today. Now that's a lot of damage. Oh yes, I'll always love a great Phil Smith quote. That man's always getting himself into something. Alright, so Ripperoni rips apart the clown. The clown basically stood no chance. But yeah, for real, he stood no chance. But our next match is Water taking on Hypnodisc. Hypnodisc lost to Hellfire, I think, last episode. And Water has a recent live show victory over Gruff. Pretty sure that was episode 2. But yeah, speaking of Water, I'll be right back. Well, okay. I honestly do not know what I went to get water for. And Water takes a really short victory. And all I can say is Water is really making me thirsty. Well, Water the robot is really making me thirsty. Just be glad those of you who are watching it are able to get up and get a water at any time. But yeah, I don't think I've got any stored in the fridge right now. So, well, I'm fine for now. I'm fine for now. So, well, now we have Orby Blade taking on Death Terror. Yeah, Death Terror, the robot who hasn't been seen since May 7th of 2022. Well, since May 7th of last year. Yeah, I've already mentioned that twice, but it's always fun to mention that bots come from a whole year hiatus. And a whole year, that's a really long time on my channel. That's equivalent to like 5 or 6 Battlebots years. Seasons, that is. Oh my God! Now, who in the world would want to just randomly lose their hammer after that? But Death Terror literally has some of the most destruction I've ever seen. So now you basically get to watch me rebuild Orby Blade as I navigate through the steps of everything. So let me just talk about Orby Blade while I'm rebuilding him. So he's not the most successful bot, and he never has been. In season 4, he entered the Desperado tournament, and while he did decently, it just wasn't there. I mean, he defeated Kingpin, but Kingpin went 0-3 and really stood no chance all year. Really never did stand a chance, but I think we all know I'm just trying to be brutally honest there. So, however, Orby Blade, if he can just get everything dialed in, he would be a pretty good bot. So, yeah, hopefully he can just get everything dialed in time for season 6, because You know, he's one of the maybes for season 6. All right, now next is Huge taking on Ocean Man. So, Ocean Man last competed in the Account Mayhem, and well, while he went 0-2, he seemed to do decently. And he's competing against Huge. And let's see. Will somebody send this to Phil Swift? Because this bot ain't got no flex seal on it. Alright, so let's get ready for a huge disc versus a overly huge bot. To show you the power of Huge, I dropped this bot in half and repaired it with only Legos. Worst commercial skit ever for me. So, who all can hear Scotty in the background saying, "I want to fight"? I definitely can. So let's throw him in, shall we? Oh yeah, I think I know who's gonna love it. It's Scotty with a single bar and much more durability now, taking on Escape Velocity. And I'm not going to do a drop test against Escape Velocity because while he's pretty durable, he probably wouldn't survive it. And well, is Escape Velocity going to launch him out of the arena, or is Scotty gonna shred him until he's harmed? Harmed too bad that he's gonna have to be forced into retirement like Megabyte did to Biohazard back in 2005. This was in real life though. All right, here we go. That's another yeet. And another win for Scotty. So he improves to 3-1. And I can hear Angler making some kind of sound. But yeah, Scotty, he's definitely going to go into season 6. And well, for Scotty, that's definitely an early thing. That's definitely a late Thanksgiving present. Okay, so our next match shall be Beta, the British Beta, and Switchblade. There's Beta. Then there's Sweet. All right, here we go. Really, Beta? Really, Switchblade? First, okay, Beta. Beta. I know you got to win, buddy, but you beat Kraken Saturday. So, well, you beat Kraken a couple of the Saturday before last. So, I got to find ways for these robots to chill. All right, up next, we have Claw Viper taking on Bloom. Yeah, Claw Viper, the speedy machine, and Claw Viper, the really speedy brute. We're going to have a match between him, Hypershock, Jabber, and Swift one day. Well, here he is taking on Bloom. Bloom is the type of robot that loves a good fight, but he's just not too prepared for top tier robots. So far I think he's 0-2. I'm gonna have to check my schedule here, but Hatchet was the first one to beat him, and Hatchet, he's top tier, so Bloom really didn't stand a chance. But with that bar and forks combo, he can do quite a bit of damage. He just has to have the right angle, and he really can get the right angle. It's going to take him a while, but that's often with any mid-tier robot. If you notice, Bloodsport until like season 4 wasn't very good, and then he almost totally destroyed Mag Catter, who will become the champ. So yeah, that was just Bloom. Basically, is a bot that's trying to follow in Bloodsport steps. Okay, here we go. He's a speedy boy. So Claw Viper, despite losing its lifter in the most embarrassing way possible, literally the most embarrassing way possible, takes the win over Bloom. Now look at the damage Bloom did. That's about an entire drive pod off a Claw Viper that he took. So honestly, Bloom is it shows he's a pretty good competitor. He just has to have the right hits, and he's just going to have to get stuff dialed in. Because when he gets stuff dialed in, he's gonna be a really good competitor. I could see him even probably making the round of 32, round of 16 with confidence. Well, up next is the Conch, who took basically well, in a summary, he lost to Warhawk in the Bloodsport bounty. And come on, Bloodsport ain't even in this episode, and I'm mentioning him like crazy. But so Black Dragon is going to debut its dual disc. And yeah, there we go. They spin really well, and here's the conch. Let me spin up his as a demonstration. Okay, we all got to enter somehow. So, yeah. I swear the conch is going to get somebody hurt one of these days. One of his discs literally went about 5 or 6 feet. And God, it's like one of the most powerful bots in the competition. He's so powerful for his own good that he does crap like this all day. I mean, this bot was literally born to explode its own spinners, and especially with me. All right, so who wants to see a fight with refrigerant? I think about all of you do. All right, here he is, and he is going to be taking on the activist. It's going to be a rare occurrence of a bot fighting twice in an episode, and the activist has that powerful spinner. So we'll see if refrigerant can throw tornado as far. Well, can throw the activist as far as he did tornado, and well, how about we get on with it? Because after this, it'll be our main event. And I think that's going to be it. That will be it, as the activist will, even after helping take off the flipper on the refrigerant, is not going to win the match, sadly. So this is a little piece that came off of refrigerant. It goes on the wheels to kind of have something for horizontal spinners to hit. Because, well, it's like a type of wheel guard that goes on exposed wheels. So, yeah, refrigerant's tires went from a car, came from a Lego car set. It was like a Chevy Camaro race style car. So yeah, that's just some information I love to disclose because, well, you guys seem to be learning quite a bit. So I'm glad for that. All right, now we have our main event. It's time. Oh yeah, it's time. Oh God! Not the phantom flying debris that was in like the episode 2 or episode 3. Not this again. Okay. Let's hope that's removed. So here we go. There's Hypershock. With the large wedge, Hypershock sporting that pretty large wedge, and yeah, he's going to be in season 6. And a new thing about Hypershock is that he has been totally redesigned. Instead of having like a kind of smooth middle to put some detail on the top, he has a solid middle that allows for more durability, and well, he ultimately will be able to last much longer when it comes to taking on full body spinners, such as Captain Shredderator. And Hypershock, he still is one of the top bots, so I mean, you gotta maintain them. You just gotta maintain the top bots, or you gotta maintain any bot, that is. All right, here we go. It's time for the main event. Well, what's that called in golf? Is that an eagle, a birdie? I think it's a birdie. So, anyways, Hypershock scores a 2-shotter against Captain Shredderator. So, yeah, Shredderator has the same thing happened against Bronco, but just don't leave yet though, because it's time for a bonus match between Scorpios. I don't know why I put this before the main event. I just came out. And Crimson. Here's why I didn't put it before the main event. I just came up with it because I saw the 2 bots on the table and I knew they didn't have a fight. So I just came up with it as kind of a bonus match. All right, here we go. And that's going to be it. So Crimson, the team has brought a good bot to the competition, but they just need to. That's another bot they need to get dialed in. Because, you'll see. You'll see for yourself when time comes. Because I promise you, there will be another episode of the live show coming. So you'll get to definitely see that. All right, so So Tantrum will be taking on somebody in next episode. I don't quite know who, but he's going to be dealing with them in this configuration. So hopefully he can take the win. But the 3-1 bot so far could, while he could afford a loss, he really wouldn't want to because, well, he could take on a bot that could tear him apart in Season 6. And that bot is going to be in a rematch with Yeti. So here's the leaked information for Season 6 so far. We have Tantrum versus Yeti. There's Ribot versus Blip. There's Deep Six versus Lucky. And then we have Recoil taking on Quetzalcoatl. Then there is Mad Catter taking on Whiplash. I'm going to make a community post when I get the full schedule done. But in the meantime, you ought to be looking forward to Season 6 because I definitely am. And, well, that's going to conclude the live show for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.